Hi folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, today I'm going to be fishing one of those really tight enclosed swims with obstructions in the swim, and I'm going to show you how to hopefully get a few fish out of it with a waggler without getting too much snagged up in all the reeds that are across. Let's have a quick look. So this is my swim going down through here. As you can see, I'm in a row of trees. I've also got cameramen down there doing their thing too. Thought they were filming me at first, they came up behind me. Anyway, back to where I was. If we go down through the trees here, you can see we've got a canopy of trees, we've got rushes and things all behind us, and if I go down all the way, you can see this is pretty enclosed, and you've got trees. There's a little bit of a gap there, which is good, but also then you've got trees down on this side. Over on the far bank there, we've got rushes, which isn't very far away, and that's where they're going to head for. There is a bit of open water over there, but they don't head for that normally, they go straight in there. So we're going to fish with a slightly beefed up tackle today and see how we go. Okay, so I've plumbed the depth, and it's about probably 2.5 to 3 feet deep out there. I've got a 2.5 AA waggler on, homemade, and I've got 2 number 8s down, and I've got a little telltale number 8 a couple of inches from the hook, and that'll give me lift bites if I need it. Now when you look at this swim, you'll realise from what I showed you earlier on that I can't do overhand casts, and so the plan is I'm going to put a piece of sweet corn on, and we're going to have to do this as an underarm flick. Okay, it's very straightforward. Decent amount of line out, bail arm off, and then swing it, underarm flick, and just be careful you don't hit the reeds, rod tip underwater, flick, and that's you done. So now we're fishing. I've got the clutch tightened down quite a bit. You don't really want to be able to let them go straight through into the reeds, because they go about, I don't know, 5 meters or so after the front of the reeds, and that's a lift bite by the look of it, or some kind of indication anyway. Let's see what transpires. I'm actually using a keep net today, as you may be able to see down here. I don't normally. It's not a commercial water, so I'm allowed to do this. And the reason being is I'm in a very enclosed swim. It's only a very small little area of pond, and so I don't want to be putting fish back time after time and spooking everything else. Well, it didn't transpire into anything just yet, but literally only started about 3-4 minutes ago. This time can't allow the fish to take line. Now I've got an 0.25 main line on and an 0.19 bottom, so we should be good to go with that. However, if the 0.19 doesn't manage to do the job, then I'll literally go to a 0.25 bottom as well if I have to, by going straight through. Had to shorten my landing net down because I can't get the full length of the landing net behind me, and I've got trees above me trying to stop me from leaning backwards with the rod, so all a bit awkward, these sorts of swims, but it's always doable. There we go. Well, that's not bad for the first fish. It'll do for a first one. Okay, well now we know we're going to catch fish. I'll set up the zoom camera for you on the camcorder so you can see what the float's doing as well. Right, a couple of minutes off just to do that. It's a lift bite. And there we go. Off we go again. Oh, I need to just tighten the clutch down a little bit more because that's just taken a little bit of line. Okay, under control a bit. Here we go. As I say, that 019 bottom may just not quite be enough for some of the big fish, but we'll see how it goes. It should be okay for these fish in here because they're not huge. I can't get the rod up too far up there. Alright, not bad. Gotta be careful I don't clack on either the GoPro on the tripod behind me or the camcorder on the pole in front of me. Still, that's what this video is all about, wasn't it? Tight swims with obstructions in the swim. Okay, well, that's number 2. And in there with him. Hope I'm not knocking the camera out of the way every time I hit the tripod with this landing net. Right. Yeah, come on fish, out of there. Come on, out. And just hold on. You can't let them go too far in or you will lose your tackle. Okay. I think he's out. Yeah, he's down there, look. Whew. Okay. So now if I need to give line I can back wind, so that's alright. I wouldn't like to put too much more pressure onto this 019 bottom. As I said, we'll see how it goes because I'm testing that line. It's actually called Shimano X-Age, which you don't hear too much about, but I must admit I'm finding it to be quite reasonable line for hook lengths at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. It's good for tests. Just while we're on the subject of line, the bottom is the bottom is 019 and the main line is 024, but the manufacturers both say they're 6-pound breaking strain. So don't be fooled into thinking that what they say is what it actually means. He'll do. He's decent enough, isn't he? That's what I mean by bouncing the cameras. I'll probably have to readjust that now. It is such an enclosed swim, this one, but you're catching, it's working. Don't complain, Dan. I'm just feeding small amounts of pellets, just a pinch. And again, same with sweet corn. They don't require a great deal of bait in here to come on the feed. Oh, he's actually gone the other way for a change. Now he's gone for the reeds. Okay, I've got some control now, coming down in front of me. There he is, right down here, look. Can't really use the clutch today, as I said, got a back wind. See if we can do this without knocking the camera again this time, eh? Gotta be careful of those trees up above me. There we go. Okay. Yep, decent fish. Some movement. Oops, That's what you get when you do it wrong. You just take it out behind you. You have to be prepared for this sort of thing. You get excited. And I'm certainly not perfect. Right, I better go and get that. It's up the tree up behind me there. Oh dear. Let's see if I can get out of here. That'll teach you not to miss bites then. Right, where are you? You'll be right at the tree, didn't you? Just change the tip colour to the float to black, because I'm not convinced it's coming out all that well on the video for the camcorder down there where I show you the float going under. So see how the black one goes. It's actually not so good for me, but oh, the good news is I have stripes on mine. There we go. Come on, fish. That's it, out of the way. Hook 'em and haul 'em, then. Hook 'em and haul 'em. Okay, you can slow down a bit now. Not a huge one this time. Oh, that's because I moved the landing net again. If you watched that video the other week about what not to do when you're landing fish, that's one of them. It's got to be within arm's reach. But sometimes you forget. Okay, now we're cooking on gas. Oops. As I was saying about my float tips, I always paint mine so they're in little stripes like that. You've got black, bit of white, some yellow, black and yellow again, and that's probably every 10 millimeters or so. And the reason for that is that if I can't see the tip, if a little bit of the yellow shows, I know I've got a lift bite, and vice versa. It just makes it easier for me. You don't tend to find floats in the shops have it like that, but that's my way of doing it, and it suits me, so that's all that counts really. Personal preference. Yeah, straight for the reeds. Okay, you really just got to hold on when this happens. It's down the edge here. Oh, it's catching on the top of the trees up there. They're decent fish, they're sort of £5–6 a piece. They're not massive fish, but they're chunky and they're very, very fit. How many that is now? 7 or 8 probably. I don't think I've been here an hour yet. Oh, something happening. And it's lifted, so I'll go for it. Yep. Oh, straight in the reeds. Oh, that just pulled off. I don't know if I've been snapped off there or what. Yeah. Oh no, I haven't got the hook. I thought I'd lost it, but nope. It just pulled out of the fish. Got some weed on the hook. However, obviously might need to go a little bit heavier, as I said. I'm on, fish. Out of that. Going back in again. Pulled out. Okay, well, that time I did lose the hook length, so I'm going to go to straight through. Well, not straight through. I'm going to have a £6 0.25 mainline this time, and I do happen to have one of those as a hook length, so I'll put one of those on. Don't have any 0.28 mainline with me, but The main line's fine, it's just this 019. It's great for open water, but not going to be very good for what I'm trying to achieve today. So I'll put this hook length on, which is, as I say, 025, the same as the main line, and then we'll hopefully be able to hang on to the fish. But that's one of the issues with fishing in these snaggy sort of swims. Sometimes you have to go all animal on it. Stay with a size 14 hook, it's a B911. If necessary, I will go bigger and heavier, but it's not the hook that's causing me the issues, it's just the line on the hook length at the moment, snagging up on those floating stuff. It's just floating left to right and then right to left, and you can't get around it. Holding hard to this one, and I think he's out of the reeds, but he's certainly still over there somewhere. Whoa, he's out there, look. Yeah, if he can pull line off the clutch, he's a decent fish, and I've got the clutch down tight, so I'm just using my finger to slow the clutch down as well now. Okay, got him coming. All this rubbish that's in the surface is horrible. Well, he's a decent fish, this one. Come on then, this time. Could do with a bit more land in that handle actually. I'm up in the tree up there. That's what I was saying about these swims. When they're enclosed like this, it's very difficult to get your rod back. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a decent fish. Okay. Right in the side of the mouth. I'll just show you this one. Big thick fish. Great big gob. And if I can turn around far enough to let you see all of him, there it is. Okay. Time for a cup of tea in a minute. I think this is all far too hectic for an old retired person. Well, it's pretty good fun, isn't it? I didn't think I got that one on, it must have come towards me. Oh, now he's woken up. I love this rod. This is the 12-foot Daiwa Yankum bank. It's actually a pellet waggler rod, because I had proposed to be doing some pellet waggler fishing, but the main thing is it's two-piece and I can just leave it in the bag it comes with, all set up, and then it takes me seconds to get it out on the bank. But the bend in it and the action is brilliant. Even though I'm only fishing a 2.5 AA waggler and they're designed for sort of, I don't know, 6 grams, 8 grams, 10 grams, this is actually a very good rod. It's 12-foot versions, I think I mentioned, and even though 2.5 AAs is what, a couple of grams, this casts it effortlessly. This fish doesn't want to give up, does he? Right, come on fish, you've had your fun. There we go. He's a nice fish as well. Right in the corner of the lip, and again another one of those sort of pretty long lean ones. And he goes. Catching that, landing it in the tree as I'm doing it. Still, who's complaining? I'm certainly not. Just getting a bit wet, that's all. Okay, let's try this 2 bits of sweet corn thing. See what happens with that. Yeah. Oof. Doesn't do your wrist much good, this. And it's down below me. It is definitely hook 'em and haul 'em time, this one. As I said though, this rod is very good. I did actually do a review on this rod when I first got it, so if you want to have a look at that, I'll put a pop-up up above, and I'll give you a link in the description just in case you want to see my thoughts on it. A bit smaller, this one. It's only a couple of pounds or so. There he is, look. I'm certainly getting soaking wet. Looks like a knock, and yeah, one fish out of there. There we go. And again, got a slow on this one. See if we can scoop him in. Decent sized fish, but he didn't fight very well, did he? He's probably a good 6 or 7 pounds or so. Nice thick fish. Well, 6 anyway. Well, he'd actually swallowed that down past the shot, which is about 3 inches from the hook. Still, he's not the worse for wear. Thick and fast now. Don't know how many I've got. I've only been here for probably just over an hour or so. Maybe 2 hours. It kind of goes quick when you're enjoying yourselves, doesn't it? And yeah, in we go again. Oh, he's across on the far bank, and he's taking line and making me back wind. Whew. Well, we've gone from sluggish fish to explosive fish. Right, I think we've got a bit of control now. Whew. He didn't half go, didn't he? He swam towards me. Not actually a huge fish. Wasn't that some explosive power there? That 019 hook length wouldn't have stood it, I don't think. Just in case you're wondering, the main line I'm using is called Guru Dragline. It says it's £6, but it's 0.25, and it's like I said at the start, you know, it doesn't break at £6 by any means. It breaks at a lot more than that, which is good. But I just wish that these lines would be rated more accurately, because the X-Age and various other ones, like the Hypersensor and all the rest of it, say they're £6 at, I don't know, let's say 0.19. I think that's what the Hypersensor is as well. And you know, it's just a different thing altogether. That's it, got rid of it. They certainly break at a lot less, but then again they are a thinner diameter. This stuff seems to have decent abrasion resistance. It's the first time I've tried it properly and given it a good test. I've tried it on my pond, I think, once, but no real snags in there, so this is a real test of its abrasion resistance, which is what you want if you're in a bagging water. Oh, I think that got taken on the drop then. Certainly sticking up in the air. I don't know. I think, if I remember rightly, there is actually an old tyre down there, because I came here one day and it was gin clear and I could see the bottom. So this being in the middle of a built-up area, it's not surprising that there's all sorts of rubbish in here. Come on, fish, get away from them reeds. I was just about to have a cup of tea as well. Alright, this time I'm just going to leave the float with no bait on it, sticking down in the water behind me, in front of me rather, because I want a cup of tea. For a natural venue, this one certainly fishy as well. There's only one real swim on it, and that's this one. Come on, fish. This time then. There we go. Oh, maybe not. I'm back out again. Oh dear. And he was head first in as well. It's just turned around real quick. Try it again. There you go. Oof. They're a good size of fish, the average. Sort of 5-6 pounds. Some smaller, but you know, not bad at all. Catching the net again. Okay. Time out for tea. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, tea break over. Get back out there. Probably been 5 minutes since I last. Oh, hang on, has that gone on now? Yeah. Oops. GoPro, stop recording. Well, that was all a bit unexpected. Not the most professional looking thing I've done this week, but hey, it happens. Excuse me. Let's get back out there. That literally must have taken as the float hit the water, because I looked back just for a split second and it wasn't there. Either that or it got foul hooked, I don't know. It must be a lift bite. Yeah, there we go. See the balancing foot? Come on, fish. Come on. You can come in now. That's it. I'm trying to keep him out of the way of the main part of my swim there, but he's decided he wants to stay out there. It's actually not all that big, it's just he's one of these small but very fast ones. There he is. See what I mean about having to have the clutch tightened down though to do this, otherwise you'd be in amongst those reeds in no time. Like a racing snake, this one. Right. I've got no idea how many fish I've got now. There's something in the bushes behind me. Not sure what that was. Okay, let's have a look. It's probably 3 or 4 pounds. Well, looks like that 5-minute rest did it the world of good. Here we go again. Like Lightning McQueen, this thing. Right. Seems we get the slightly few smaller ones now, but they're so much faster. I think that change to the 025 and 025 bottom, 025 mainline that is, and 025 bottom has helped. The fish don't seem to be fussed by it, and I am actually now having no issues with literally hanging on to the fish. I did want to try the X-Age first of all, because I am trying that out as a hook length, and to be honest, for the most part, I think it's a really good line. Right, well. Yep. Oh. out them reeds. Out. Out, out. Come on, get out. Get out. That's it. Yes, right, we're out. Whew. This is where you need the extra bit of landing net handle that you couldn't put on because of the trees. Come on. Oh, God. Up against that lot now. Okay. Right, well, finally. Oh, good fish. It's not like the great big things that you get in the river. And he spat the hook out, but that's good. But at the same time, it's not bad at all. Come on, fish. That's it. You can go now. Back into the net. Oh! Turned round to look at a little lizard down there, and that rod was pulling round. Good job I had my hand on it. He's trying to go under that tree branches in the water again. Oh, we're okay, we're out. And is it going to be a good one, or is it going to be a pain? Oh, he's good. Nice too. Yep, I'd say that was a good 6 or 7 pounds again. Doesn't take much to build a way to these things. Let's just get him out and show you. He's actually quite a thick fish. And reasonably long too. Good fun fishing these swims, but quite challenging. Right, let's go back and get another one. Oh, come on, fish. Out of the way of that. For some reason they all seem to want to go down to that tree at the moment. Pulling back well. Oh! Ow! Wow. He's woken up, hasn't he? All over the place, this guy. Come on. It's caught around his dorsal fin by the look of it. Well, I think it's freed itself off now, so I'm back to fighting him normally. Oof, got some power, this guy. Right, I think he's finally about ready. Okay, that'll do. I think he's probably the biggest one of the day so far. He's probably just over 7 pounds, I would say. A quick look in a second once I get this hook out. I'll that back in a sec. Hopefully I won't keep bashing the side of my tripod with the landing net. But that is a good one. Thick too. As I say, thank you, fish. They're not massive in here, but they're very nice fish. Soaked. Oh well, small price to pay, eh? It's been eventful today, hasn't it? That's what you get when you fish these sorts of swims. And, oh, missed it. That's what you wanted to try and avoid. You've been doing it so well, haven't you, Den? And you just managed to catch the reed. And you have to be prepared to lose tackle on this sort of a day. And this could well be me losing tackle. All right. Okay, what have we got back? Oh, I think we got the float back. Might be lucky if we got the hook. But that's the whole thing about fishing these places. You do lose tackle. And I'm lucky. I've actually got the hook back. Quite pleased about that. Let's get some bait back on. Well, that's not bad. I mean, I've only hit that once in the last 2.5 hours since I've been here. Okay, so one more fish then. Oh, get out those reeds! Get out of there! Whew. I think we're out of there. Yeah. Whew. That was a good one to end on. The smaller ones are always the fastest ones. Oof, missed it. Avoid that tree. There we go. Oof. Not the biggest fish by any means, but certainly the last fish of the day. It's going really well now, but as I said earlier, time to pack in and do some stuff at home. I have to say I've had a very good day, and hopefully I've shown you how to catch a few fish out of these really sort of tight enclosed swims, especially ones with obstructions and reeds, things like that across there. You do have to get some fairly beefy tackle. As I said, I'm using 0.25mm mainline. I was using 0.19 hook length. That didn't work quite as well as I wanted, so I've actually got an 0.25 hook length as well. I've caught lots and lots of fish, and I can't complain. This has been a fantastic sort of 2 or 3 hour session. As I say, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you've learned something, that's great. If you did and you liked it, click the like button, and if you want to subscribe, of course, you can do that too. And until the next time, bye for now.